Buenas. My name is Diego, and I've been an expat for 10 years now. Welcome to my show, You Live Where? I'm going to be speaking with expats, people who own homes overseas, and people who have been on the road for a really long time. Essentially, what I'm looking to do is provide you at home with some value by putting you into some insight on how it is we live and what it is we do. This week, we're talking to a special guest. His name is Nikoli, and comes at you from different angles because not only is he an expat, he's from the Ukraine to Canada, but he also owns a home here in Nicaragua. So a lot of good perspective this week. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Nikoli, my man.
yeah, but
Good to have you on the show, brother. Thank you so much for talking to me.
thanks for having me.
So,
Yeah,
man, your story's pretty layered, man, because you're an expat from one country to another, and then you bought property in another, huh?
I guess, yeah, yeah. No, things get complicated.
So where are you originally from?
I was born in Soviet Union on Ukrainian part. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And what happened? Why'd you leave?
My family lived. My family moved. My mom decided. It was turbulent times back then in Ukraine. Soviet Union fell apart in '91. Was a lot of difficulties, economical problems, crime, corruption. So our good friends, they moved to Canada in like 93, 94. And they convinced my mom to start the process. So she applied for papers, and after 3 years, she got the papers and were able to move to Vancouver, Canada. And from Vancouver, we moved to Whistler because she was a ski coach, ski instructor. So she got a job there, and yeah, she moved me, my brother, and my sister to Whistler, which is it's pretty good. It's a beautiful place, good place for us.
How old were you?
I was 18
when you moved to Whistler.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And how was that for you?
It was good and no problem for me because I was pretty well traveled. I'm used to being. I had some English, so I felt pretty comfortable. Mountain town. I grew up in mountain town back in Ukraine. Both of my parents were ski coaches. I grew up ski racing, so I was traveling, and I've been to quite a few places around the world. So moving wasn't a huge thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you basically grew up in Whistler from 18 till now, huh?
I was still going back to Ukraine. I was studying to be physio back home. So I would go spend the winter in Europe and study and ski race, and then come back for summers, stay in Whistler. So until 2006, I was in between two places, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Culturally, man, when you moved, did you have an idea of what Canada was before you moved there? Like, what was different between what you had in your head and what it was like when you got there?
I didn't have too many expectations, I don't think I had expectations. Well, the truth is things were pretty rough in Ukraine, and lots of people were pretty upset, like older generation were still missing Soviet Union times because that's something that they were used to, and younger generation, of course, wanted more from life, which was still not very obtainable. And as I said, crime and corruption were very rampant. So I was just happy to get out from Ukraine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country, and my dad has a house there still, and but just social environment, just wasn't very good. And coming to Ukraine was really nice because people are tolerant.
Mm-hmm.
People are nice, and my mom didn't speak much English, but because it's so multicultural, very international, she she fit in, you know. She's a hard worker, so she like pushed to learn English and like worked really hard at her job, and she really like built a life for me and for herself there, and for my brother and for my sister. So I was really good. Like was always happy to have Canadian passport, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't get hassled on the border as much, like you know, like when I was traveling skiing.
Yeah. And you've been all over, huh?
I've spent a lot of time in Europe. I've been to Japan. I've been to New Zealand. I've been, yeah,
For
many
skiing
places.
or
Yeah,
just?
for skiing. Yeah,
All right.
like
Wow.
all my traveling was for skiing.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So how'd you find Nicaragua?
That's pretty
Because
random.
that's not skiing.
That was pretty random story. Yeah, my coworker Pavel, he wanted to take yoga teacher training for a while, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm kind of interested in like whole thing. See, like try to learn, explore. So he was like, yeah, I'm just looking at different trainings here and there, and like I was like, cool, if you find one where I can go surf, because I started surfing about 10 years before that, and um, yeah, I was like, yeah, if you find a place where I can go surf and learn yoga, I'm in. So I let him choose one, and there is a yoga teacher in our town in Whistler who does yoga retreats here.
Okay. In Los Cardones?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Julia McCabe. She has yoga retreats and yoga teacher trainings. So I came here in, I think it was October 2012 for her training.
Okay. Wow, that was a while ago now.
Yeah, yeah. I came for training and loved the place. Like served by me, just like two people in the water every morning before yoga teacher training, like 5 a.m. Me and Elliot, we were in the water surfing out by ourselves, like having a great time. And yeah, I just love the place. Playing, like, you know. So after yoga teacher training, Lori, the owner of the lodge, she was like, if anybody want to come back and do like sort of work exchange kind of thing, please reach out. So yeah, and then a few years later, I was going through some things, and I was like, yeah, no, it's good for me to get out. So I came here, came here for 1 month to work, ended up staying for 2.
That's how it happens in Nicaragua.
Yeah,
I came for a week. I stayed for a year.
yeah. So, and then I basically kept coming every year since. Like, yeah, like except for pandemic, I think I skipped a year. But yeah, I've probably been here, I guess, 12, 13 times now at least.
Did you have any idea of Nicaragua before you came here?
No idea.
No idea, nothing. You just came wide open.
I had like, I didn't research, I didn't plan, and like Pavel was like, okay,
Yoga and surf, let's
we're
go.
going to Nicaragua. Yeah, it's gonna be surf. It's gonna be like, yeah, yoga, and I was like, okay, let's go. And yeah, now I first time I came, I traveled around a little bit, but went to San Juan, but I like quieter places, you know. So like this is fits me much better.
Yeah, San Juan dos Sur like MTV.
Yeah.
It's just madness down there all the time.
Yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah.
Yeah, and up here is definitely a much quieter situation.
That's how it feels. Yeah.
So then, what went through the brain to buy something here in Nicaragua? How did that come about?
Well, you know, I just fall in love with this place. I can't really surf much in back in Canada, so I was like, you know, if I can come here and spend month, 2, 3, and have a pad, you know, have somewhere to store my stuff, my board somewhere, then yeah. And it's my friend Travers, who I worked with at the lodge for years. He was kind of thinking about buying something, and things came up organically. Like another guy who was working at the lodge was selling some land, and we just like, we couldn't afford it really, but we just like, yeah, it's a beautiful piece of land. He is selling. He needs the money. B wants to have some land, and just came kind of organically together, without much research. Or we didn't speak English too, like Spanish at all. So, and yeah, Juan didn't speak much English, so we were like, I don't know, like just giving all our money to this guy, and like hopefully we didn't like sell our organs and stuff. but yeah, it's a journey, you know. Like I came into it pretty open and like understanding that different culture, different laws, different environment, and like since I learned some things about Nicaragua, the history, you know, the whole environment, like how things are done here, how country operates a little bit more over years. Yeah, no, I just try to keep my mind open and not, you know, I think it's unfair when you come somewhere and you try to like project your values and belief systems on, you know, onto into the culture that you come in.
That's
you
a
know?
good gem right there. Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, it's just makes sense. I understand things work here that way for the reason, you know, like things are operating in certain manner, in certain rhythm, and you know, with certain speed for a reason. So it's trying not to get all, you know.
So the buying process of the house, I know it just came together with you and Juan, and you kind of made shit happen. But did it work out in the end?
Well, we'll see.
You're still in the process?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, we're still in the
I
process.
think it's like 5 years in the process, but to a degree it did. Like, well, one thing, the guy that I bought land with, he he's more used to North American style, and like, yeah, you sign the paper, this is this, like, done deal. You know, here he he wasn't comfortable with the way things
We're taking?
work here, or were happening at the time. You know, just a little bit more. And plus, the biggest hurdle for us was just language barrier. You know,
Yeah.
so finding somebody who like can really like translate and clarify things, I think that's a big deal. You know,
So how's your Spanish now?
más o menos.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, I have very basic
Being in Nicaragua, do you
conversational.
think that's your largest hurdle? That's the biggest part, the language?
Well, I guess it depends. If I'm here for vacation, like I can totally get by, you know.
Okay.
Like if I'm here trying to make some sort of like business deal, you know, then it's a huge hurdle for sure.
Okay.
For sure. But no, there's not really like, I wouldn't say there's like lots of obstacles. I think definitely coming here and understanding the history, and also like trajectory of the country, you know, like you know, I think it's really pretty crucial, because yeah, you pretty much have to come with open mind, because things not gonna work the way you think they're gonna work, for good or for worse, you know.
Right.
Like, because it's a different, very, everything is different, you know.
Yeah.
Like everything is different, nature, the people, beautiful people too, and but just yeah, it's a different world.
Definitely is a different world.
Yeah.
Is there anything that, if you could go back into time, talk to yourself, I don't know, 10 years ago about this place, what would you tell yourself? Or what would you tell yourself of just about being a property owner in another country? Any lessons?
uh, well, definitely definitely would invest into learning Spanish a bit more, for sure, to get going. But also probably probably make better connections. Just like maybe get to know people a bit more. So like see how to make things easier for me, like through connecting to people. But there's also like when I get here like 10 years ago, it was like
Different
I know
country.
you were here, like but like there's not many people around, like
It's changing. It's growing a lot. It's
yeah,
definitely coming a lot quicker now.
yeah,
Especially since 2020 with the COVID thing.
yeah.
A lot of people moved down here.
Right. Yeah, that was a big thing for sure. That's what I noticed. Yeah. Yeah.
It's tough, man, because my experience with COVID was completely different than most of the world.
Right.
Like down here, there nothing. There was nothing going. There was no restrictions. There was nothing. Some of the bank or the grocery store would make people wear masks, but that was it. You know what I mean? So Ed and I were just surfing and riding motorcycles and hanging out the whole damn.
Yeah.
We were just chilling, having a good time. The rest of the world got pretty locked down, man.
Yeah. No, my experience wasn't that bad. I'm introvert, so because I live in a mountain town, we couldn't go visit people, but I still visited my family, my mom, my sister, my brother. My girlfriend lives with me, so it wasn't hard on me, but I can see. And I think a lot of Canadians moved here just because they felt like maybe they were forced into the line. But for me, growing up in Soviet Union, like that's the only way you can live life. Like like you stay in line or you don't.
Right.
So it's no, COVID wasn't a problem for me. I was. But yeah, I can see that being here would be like such a relief for somebody who lives like in city.
Yeah, for me, like I talk to a lot of my friends. I'm from the Northeast, so New York, Philadelphia, Jersey, that whole area, and just listening to people talk about how they were locked in or shut down, and here it was just a different thing. So, what's your when you're here, man? What's your day to day look like? What do you keep yourself busy? I mean, you look good. Do you eat well? Do you think the food is different here? How's your lifestyle here as compared to Canada?
Oh man. Well, one of my favorite things about here that back home I don't wake up early. Back home I don't wake up early. I like to sleep in. I go to bed a little bit later some days because like computer and TV just get sucked into. Here mostly I was staying at the lodge or right now in this beautiful house, but has internet but doesn't have TV, and I can go to bed. Like I go to bed like 7:30, 8 o'clock some days,
Yeah.
and then 5 a.m. I'm up, I'm ready to go. Birds are chirping, like. But yeah, I surf, so that's my passion.
Yeah.
Surfing is my passion. So if there is
skiing.
surf, yeah, no,
there ain't no skiing here. I get it, but surfing and skiing.
I skied a lot in my life, so and it's a good combo being able to ski, work back home, and come here and spend good amount of time surfing and not skiing. but now it's like lifestyle is incredible. At least for I normally come for a month or two. Right now I'm here for 2 weeks, but yeah, I have more energy. I wake up early. I get in the water as soon as I can, like if there is waves, which there are normally, and no, it's the lifestyle. It suits me well. I mostly eat like vegetarian food, so like just having, I love, like one of my most favorite things is like mangoes growing on a tree. You know.
Oh God, you must be so happy right now,
I'm
huh?
so happy. That's
Dude, this is
part
the
of
season right now, so they're like everywhere. You just pluck them out of the trees, yeah.
That's part of the reason why I wanted to be here. Is like this time I was like, it's mango season.
Mango season.
Yeah.
Morgan likes to freeze them.
Oh, cool.
I got this guy. He's a neighbor, and he drops off mangoes to my house or whatever fruit is going on. You know, I help him out with whatever he needs here now and then. So you know, small town, so everybody veggies and fruits. So they drop me off fruits to the house every other day, a buddy or something, and he brings these mangoes to the house. And Morgan's been freezing them. She says it's amazing.
Like
stick them in the freezer,
chunks, like or whole.
Yeah, just the whole thing. Stick in the freezer.
Yeah.
And later she takes it out. And fucking starts gnawing on it. It's amazing. She says it's her thing right now. I see her with a frozen mango all day.
Oh, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, try it out. Sometimes she peels it. She like sticks it in the freezer, and then when it comes out, she peels it and then bites into it.
Yeah.
But she says it's amazing.
I believe her.
Yeah, mango man.
I believe her. No. I can like drink smoothies all day long. You know, like I'm like. You know, like
yeah,
the
house you're staying in, man. This guy, he's building a smoothie factory around here, huh?
Yeah.
What is that? Avocado, and he's got orange trees, lemon trees, pineapples over there, bananas,
star fruit.
Yeah, he really curated this garden, man. He really hooked this up.
And that's one of the things that attracts me so much. You know, that you can have like local food that you can grow yourself, like amazing, like beautiful things, you know. Right, but also like eat nice fish from the ocean.
Yes.
You know, fresh. It's pretty much like I like simple, you know. I like simple, so if I, you know, can eat fish and rice and beans and some fruit, I'm pretty happy. Good coffee, you know.
Good coffee. Yeah, that's another pro of the country.
Yeah.
So you bought a chunk of land up the street. What's your plan? What are you going to do with it?
I want to live on it. Like, you know, it's. I think in the future I would like to spend more time, like longer periods of time, just stay here and keep it simple. I just like simplicity of life here. You know, you don't need much insulation, hot water, winter tires, winter boots, winter jackets. You know, so if you can live simply here, I would love to build something on a budget, very small. Hopefully, I can do it soon. I'm gonna try to do it soon, but yeah, it's gonna be small. I'm gonna try to like preserve as much trees on the property as possible. And
are you gonna plant a bunch of fruit trees?
Yeah.
You got a brick of land, man. You could go to town up there. You could build a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah. No, I definitely. As soon as I have water, as soon as I have well to like water the plants, I would love to plant coconut trees and other incredible things in my books.
Yeah,
you know, like you can have coconuts, your own coconuts. Yeah, coconut trees, of course, mango. I have already mango tree on the property, which is big? Incredible. Is it already grown? Yes, yeah. Yes, it's big.
Don't park your car under it.
Oh yeah.
That's the only problem. Avocado, mango, coconut. Don't park your car underneath it.
Yeah. No, I don't have a car, so it's
yeah. I'm just saying, anything you put under it, it's going to be rough.
Yeah.
When I first moved, when we came here to do some reconnaissance, and I brought she was then my girlfriend. It's my wife now, Morgan.
Yeah.
And the flight over was from El Salvador to here. So we took a prop plane. It's a little propeller plane, and she got sick on the plane ride over. And when we got here, man, that night she got sick, and we decided to go out and have the rest of the crew. We were like, we're going to go have dinner. This is Morgan's first time ever leave like in a place like this. Just, you know what I mean, Nicaragua. So we were at my uncle's in Managua, and he has a mango tree over the house, and the roof is that zinc. It's that zine. It's that corrugated metal. So we leave, we go, we have dinner. When I came back, Fucking poor Morgan was so happy to see me, man. She's like, there's something smashing the roof. What the fuck? Somebody's trying to get me. There's these mangoes coming down, hitting that metal roof. Boom! She didn't know what the fuck it was. Poor woman. She was scared to death. It was hilarious.
Yeah, no.
They're loud, man. Anything you put those things over, they're loud.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Even the rain on those like metal roofs, it's like,
Oh yeah, but that's beautiful.
it's beautiful, but also loud.
It's so loud. It's so loud. But it is.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous, man. I love laying there, hearing that rain. Just started too. Last night we got our first rain.
Just beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just beautiful.
So if somebody's looking to do what you're doing, somebody comes to you and says, "Hey, Nikolai, I'm thinking about owning a property in Nicaragua. I want to know what the deal is." What advice would you give them?
I would say they have to figure out if if it's their thing, you know. Like it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. There's a lot of great people and great nature and like a lot of cool things. And it seems like attracts certain type of person, you know. For example, like here at the lodge, I met tons. Most of the people I met are Canadians or Americans who are like live in small ski towns, and they have that vibe. Like they prefer simple life. They prefer being in the nature a lot. So if it's something that you gravitate to as a person generally, you're gonna love it here.
Okay.
You know, if you're thinking like that you need a shopping mall to live your life, I'm gonna be a place for
This
you.
is the dot place. That's a good one, man. I haven't heard that one yet. That's a good one. You know what I have heard a lot of interviewing people? Everybody says, man, yeah, when I bought the property, we didn't have the money.
Yeah.
But we got it anyway. I hear a lot of that. Nobody ever regrets it, though, when they tell me that. They're all happy they did it.
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing, man. Like, you know, I have regular job. I don't make much money back home, but I save my money, and like I know like my dollar, even if it's Canadian dollar, it's gonna go much farther here than it would go back home for me,
Sure.
because like I can't afford to buy any like land or house or apartment back home, because it's unaffordable at the moment, you know. Like even if you have some savings, everything is like so expensive.
Yeah.
You know, like in my town, some houses sell for like $10 million. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
you're a Whistler too. That's
yeah.
I've never been,
Yeah.
but I hear that's like an amazing town. I hear it's got a great mountain.
Yeah.
Like I hear it's a swelling town. Like you have seasons, right? Like you have a season and it swells to a bunch of people and then it goes down when they all leave, right?
It's very seasonal. But there is a lot of people visiting through summer as well, because there is a really good mountain biking. There is really good, beautiful lakes that you can stop on, or like kayak and fish. There is a really good valley trail system that you can be running, or there is good hiking. So it's a year-round town. There is definitely shoulder seasons like everywhere, like spring and fall. But no, it's a lot of seasonal workers come for sure. Like a lot of Australians, New Zealand people there. Like lots of people from Europe now too. Well, whole world is like feels like, you know, Europe, like Ukraine thing. Like whole world seems like it's pretty unstable. So like, you know, here at least like maybe it isn't, but unstable. But you don't really feel it as much, you know. But Whistler, to a degree as well, it's like kind of similar in some ways, that it's like, you know, beautiful nature, like incredible like mountains there, incredible ocean here, you know, lots of woods, like and yeah.
Do you have a secret spot for me? If somebody says, "Hey, I'm going to Nicaragua. Where should I go eat? Where should I go hang out?" Give me your spot, man. Where you would send somebody if they were coming here.
Well, I send everybody here, you know.
Right
like,
here?
Well, yeah.
So we're at Los Cardones right now, also known as Finca del Mar. We are at the closest beach to Managua.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and there's surf. You know, it's not a world-class surf in front of the lodge, but it's not busy, which is what I look for.
Yeah, that's everything to most people.
Yeah.
As long as there's one or two guys on the waves, right?
Well, today I was only one surfing all morning, and the waves, the waves were good. I should probably not be saying that. Waves are shit, don't come.
Yeah, the waves are shit, don't come. That's the typical surfer creed.
Yeah.
So listen, man, thank you so much for talking to me, brother.
Yeah,
that was awesome, dude.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow, Nikoli, man, thank you so much. A lot of information. That's a great story, man. Thank you so much. I wish you the best. Sending nothing but love and good vibes your way. To everyone else, I hope you enjoyed this interview. It was definitely dope. If you have any questions you want me to ask my future guests, just leave it down in the comments section. Give me a like and subscribe, and thank you. Hope to see you in 2 weeks.